Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to remove the striker for your Springfield Prodigy. Keep in mind this video is strictly for maintenance and repair only. Before we get started, I'd like to ask everybody to please subscribe and tell a friend about the channel. Every subscriber helps the channel grow. Now let's get on with the video. The things you're going to need to perform this is either one of these cleaning tools or a 3mm punch. I like to use these because they're plastic and it won't mar anything up. And also, this might help as well. It's basically a cuticle pusher. It's just a piece of wood and it has like a flat side on either side. So this might come in handy. The first thing we need to do is make sure we're safe. And how we do that is by pushing this button right here. That's your mag release button. Drops the mag, there's no ammo in there. Doesn't mean we're safe yet. We still have to check the chamber to make sure there's no ammo in the chamber. And if your safety is on like this, you're gonna push down the safety. Then you're going to grip the Prodigy like this, turn it over. You're going to push forward with this hand, while with this hand, you're going to grab the slide from here or here and push this way. And it's going to look something like this. And as you can see, there is no ammo in the chamber. Okay, so now we're safe. So the next thing we need to do is we need to lock the slide to the rear. Okay, and how we do that is by pushing up and holding up on the slide lock. But the objective here is to get this piece right here, right above here. So this way this piece can slide right into this area. And I'll show you how to do that. So again, like I said, you're gonna push and hold up on this slide lock. With this hand, you're gonna grab the slide from here or here, and we're gonna pull the slide to the rear. This is what it looks like. So you're gonna take your thumb, push up and hold up on the slide lock, pull the slide to the rear until the slide lock goes into that area, just like that. Now that we have the slide locked to the rear, we can turn the Prodigy like this. So you're gonna notice you have this silver circle right here, and you have this black plate around it. So what we need to do is we need to take our plastic tool or your 3mm punch, whatever you're using. You're gonna push this circle piece down like this, and you're gonna tilt the tool downward just like that, and then release the pressure from the back. So now you can see the plate has captured the striker. So now what I like to do is I like to take the tool, put it back into the circle. I'm not going to compress this time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pointer finger and I'm going to push the tool this way. And what that does is it pulls this plate off the rear of the Prodigy, but it also stops the striker that is under spring tension from flying out. It'll just hit my finger. So it's going to look something like this. So I have the tool in there. I'm not compressing. It's just inside this little circle area. So I'm pushing with my pointer finger, and the back plate is coming off just like that. We could set this back plate down and we can release the tension on the striker. And this is your striker along with the striker spring. So in order to remove the striker spring from the striker, what I do is I grab it from as far down towards this collar right here. I turn like this and it comes right out of the spring. Congratulations, you have just removed the striker assembly and disassembled the striker from the striker spring for your Springfield Prodigy. Now let's put everything back together. So we're going to take our striker and we're going to put it back into the spring. So there's two sides to the spring. There's the larger diameter to the spring, and then there's this side that is a smaller diameter. We need to take this part of the striker and we need to put it into the smaller side of the spring. And then once we get to this part, you can see you're getting resistance. What you need to do is you need to turn the striker as we're pushing the spring onto the striker. So it looks like this, just like that. And you know you're on far enough when the spring is touching this collar. Now that we have this done, we can now install it back into the Prodigy. So how we install the spring and striker into the Prodigy is we take this part of the spring and we put it into this hole right there. And it looks something like this, just like that. So you can see it's inside. So this is going to be the hardest part, and that's going to be compressing this striker in far enough so we can install the back plate. And the reason why is because we need to get the tip of this striker inside that spring. We need to get that tip to come through this little hole right here. So that's going to be the hard part. So let's get this set up again. It's back inside. I like to get this back plate started, so this way all I have to do is once we get this compressed enough, all I have to do is just with my thumb push this in and it captures the spring and the striker. So how I set this up is, if you look here, there's this space right here and there's that space, and I slide this area of the back plate and that area the back plate right into those 2 openings, and it's going to look something like this. So just like this, boom, now it's started. So now all we have to do is we have to compress this striker downward, and again, once you press this down, you might hit a wall and you won't be able to push the striker in far enough. Like I am right now, I'm hitting a wall and I can't get the striker pushed in enough. So what we need to do is we need to move the striker around a little bit to find that opening on the other side. You don't have to push hard while you're compressing the spring, because you're gonna eventually find that hole just like I did just now. So now that I have the striker through the hole where I showed you, I'm going to try to replace my thumb with this cuticle pusher, which is flat. So I'm going to try to replace that. So now I'm going to push this back plate upward, so this way it replaces the cuticle pusher. So I'm going to spin this so this way you can see it. There you go. And so now I'm pushing that back plate upward with my thumb. And there you go. So now the back plate here has captured the striker, and this silver circle, which is the rear of the striker, is inside the hole of the back plate, and everything is captured correctly. So now that we have that back in place, we can unlock the slide by grabbing the slide from here or here and pulling the slide to the rear until you see this unlock, just like that. And then we can follow it forward. Take our magazine, take the flat side, have that facing the rear, insert it into this area right here, push it up until you hear the click, just like that. And that's it. You have successfully removed and reinstalled the striker for the Springfield Prodigy. If you thought the video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, put it in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you haven't already, please subscribe and tell a friend about the channel. Every subscriber helps the channel grow. Also, if you're in the market for CCW insurance, check out Right to Bear. Link is in the description below. Use coupon code UBR10 to get 10% off your entire order. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.